Start streaming. Hello, the internet, and welcome to another
What up,
installment of the Darkened Sky. This was the least interrupted my intro has been, so I'm very
Yeah, I'm
pleased.
really disappointed in the rest of the fucking
Deus.
Geez, sorry. Well, in that
Welcome to
case,
Deus.
let's jump in here.
The least interrupted so far.
Deus? Deus?
Dias.
Dius.
Don't worry, I said it wrong
Deadass.
all the time and I wrote it.
dead ass,
This is now session 9.
dead ass.
Deadass.
Deadass, though.
And we have our prompt ready. So we'll go into the we'll do a brief recap of the world. We'll do our prompts, a recap of last session, and begin. So again, we are on the realm of Dias, where the gods and the mortals are both as real as the rocks you see. Everything has a god, and a god empowers everything. The mountains are honed by the god of mountains, the sea by the god of seas, the sun is the god of the sun, and the moon the god of the moon. But also there's the god of the streets, the god of joy, the god of mirth. Those are probably synonyms, so they're probably the same god. But that sort of concept, how everything has a god. Unfortunately, 3 years ago, a great war struck across the entire world, and the god of war grew in power so rapidly that it was able to slay the other gods. And one by one, the stars winked out of the sky as the gods were slain by war. And we find ourselves now in the era after the gods. And so our brave adventurers, our party of 5, each had a past where they were devout followers and powerful members of the faith of their individual gods, and now are trying to survive without them. And we're going to turn to them now, and we're going to look at a moment in their past where they fought for their ideals, and with the backing of their god, they managed to win the battle that they were trying to win. Someone go.
I'll
Okay.
go.
Oh, no, Zuba, go ahead.
Me first. Okay. So, years and years ago, back when the deities all had their powers and great connections with everyone, Madame Sundry, at this point in her life, had made a pretty good name for herself. She would travel here and there, but now people were traveling to come see her. People would travel to receive some sort of dream, some sort of vision, some sort of premonition about their future. Maybe it was love, maybe it was fortune, maybe it was some sort of fate for battle. But Madame Sundry realized that there were so many people coming, and it was just kind of business, and she wanted to change it. We wanted to make it not just business. So what she did is require everyone to bring some sort of gift or offering, not really to Madame Sundry, but to her deity. Kind of the idea of charity. You can't really get something unless you put in the work, the effort, the thoughtfulness. On this very important day, a really, really big name nobleman was coming to the village in which Madame Sundry lived. And this big name nobleman, he was just shoving all little kids out of the way. He pushed the commoners in the mud. He did not care. He stepped right up to the platform where Madame Sundry sat, waiting for people to bestow an offering, and then she would take them inside this very special hut to do a reading. This big nobleman, he peered past his long nose and he stood. He said, "Ha, for you, nothing. You deserve nothing. You get nothing. You're working for me. I came here for me." Madame Sundry, all she did was lean back in her really high back chair, and she said nothing. Minutes went by of the really tall noble just throwing insults to Madame Sundry, to her deity, to her village. But after a little while, a small girl who was a local of the village came up to the platform. She held up a tiny flower. Madame Sundry smiled, took the tiny flower, put it in her teacup with some fresh water, and then set it next to some of the other offerings for that day. Without saying a word or even giving up a glance to the nobleman, this little girl had shown the charity that was required, showed the tradition, and had put in the work to get something out of it. She put put her hand on the back of the little girl, and slowly they turned and went into the tent for a reading. It was hours and hours later that they sat giggling at the back of the tent because neither of them went back out the front to face that nobleman. As the day turned to dusk, the nobleman stomped his boots, spat at the offering table, and in a huff, he was off trying to find some place to spend the night in the little village. For some reason, there was no vacancy. That's mine.
Bronson, you said you were ready earlier?
Yeah, I'm making a note for Josh
Oh, yeah, 'cause
for Sundry's prediction. So, in the north, Bronson's tribe, once he took over, a couple years after he was made the basically tribe chief, his tribe got more famous as the healers, and they were known for not really picking fights or picking them very selectively. And this garnered enough respect among the other tribes that they would, when they themselves were going to war with a different tribe, would basically see if they would be willing to look after the women and the children while they were away at war. Bronson would agree because his belief is that he should help anyone he can. And the great victory came when Bronson was so well known for this that another tribe actually knew where the non-warriors would be sent and tried to raid his tribe and what was left of this other tribe. And instead, Bronson and his tribe fought back these would-be raiders, and not a single life was lost among those that were in his charge.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll wipe it up.
Griswold, Rourke, either of you ready?
I'm not ready yet. I'm almost ready.
Rourke?
Sure, I can improv enough to make up the difference. So, Rourke was an only child, but when he got into his late teens, his family started dropping their cell phones and making loud noises. I don't know if you heard
Fucking
that.
gravity.
Oh,
Is that one of the arch gods too? We just don't know it?
yeah.
Gravity?
Okay, so when he got into his late teens, the family had means enough to start fostering children in the village. Instead of having another child, his parents decided they could do more good by taking in young ones. And at first, Rorik was possessive of his parents, or pretty unhappy that these strange and disheveled children would often just show up at their doors. But over the next year or so, while they were able to do this, he learned to share and to give what his family could, and provide the love of his family to these random people. Of course, as they got older, he could see how much value that was in where these children ended up, and how they turned their lives around, just because of this chance to have a family for some time. So he was able to give and give more and more, and help shape these people's lives.
All right, I can go.
I'm ready if you want to.
Yeah, I just spilled some beer into my keyboard.
Gotcha.
Oh no.
At least it wasn't milk.
So Griswold on Hell's Nightmare was always the one who distributed the wealth of every raid and battle, and made sure that it was all even according to the rules set forth by Captain Algernon Ramsey. And one time, a man went below decks to gather some loot, and he returned with what appeared to be a reasonable collection of things and presented it to Griswold to redistribute, as is his job. And Griswold did this. But later it was discovered that the man had cheated the collection. He got in a fight that night, and from his purse came spilling various magical artifacts which he did not tell the others of. And so the collection was made right, and the man lost his life.
Whoa.
Later,
No.
say again?
Go ahead. Carry on. Sorry.
Later, when Griswold was abandoned on his island, he collected everything he could to distribute, well, to himself. But it was never enough. There was never enough things for him to survive and to keep his mind about him. And so he lost it.
Ooh. That was the exchange. I love that. That was good. Your ship's name was Hell's what?
Hell's Nightmare.
Cool. Thank you. All right. So, about 40 years ago, Anai was younger, much sprier. I mean, she's already still pretty fucking spry, but
I'm just
40
gonna throw
years
this back in here.
40 years younger as a dwarf is still a significant amount of time. But she was traveling and came across a small human village where, as she was walking into town, okay, I have no idea what Mental Sundry's doing. As she was walking into town, she saw gallows being built, and she entered and asked around and talked with the constables. Yeah, constables. I almost said Constantinople, but we're not talking about the goddamn capital of the Ottoman Empire.
Don't you mean Istanbul?
Yeah.
It's Istanbul to
Oh, not
Constantinople. Istanbul to Constantinople.
All right. Yes. But she talked to the constable and found out that they had recently tried a man for murder and had found him guilty, and they were putting on his execution today. And I asked if she could talk with the man before he was put to death. They saw that she was carrying a mace and seemed relatively efficient. Not a mace, a flail. And she seemed relatively efficient with it. So they decided.
Oh, the cliffhanger.
What did they decide? I need to know.
The cliffhanger. Oh boy. Guess we'll find out next week. Who else needs to go, or is that everyone?
Up to everyone, and it's too
Right.
early for our sponsors.
Yeah.
I think while we figure that out, we should do the second half.
Okay.
So
Okay.
AJ can just do 1 and 2. So the second half of the prompt, as always, is more focused on a more recent memory. A time when you were trying to fight for your ideals and you didn't win because you did not have your god behind you. Oh, but it seems like Anai's back to finish.
He just fucking dies all of a sudden. Sorry. So
So do you want?
she sits down, pulls out a stool, sits down in the cell, makeshift cell, with the murderer. She just talks and talks and talks. When sun came up the next day and his execution was about to happen.
I'll turn that
She
into mine.
ended up staying up all night talking with him and learning all she could about him.
Easy. They're just too dry to slice.
And she stepped out of the cell, guided him out, but did not say a word as she walked with him to the gallows and watched as he dropped. But she did cry as she learned the truth about him. And yeah, the truth was that he did commit the murders, but he had his reasons for it. And she was sorry to see him lost. All right, that's all I've got from my story.
Part 2, go.
Zuba, you get to start.
Yep, I'll start again. So not long after the other deities besides those that remain left, Madame Sundry, things weren't good. Things were not good for her mentally, physically, etc., etc., etc. One memory Madame Sundry has when she was struggling was trying to find every flyer she could advertising her and her skills and putting them up one more time at a place that had not heard of her. Hopefully someone would know that, she can do these fortunes. She can kind of she can do a reading, she can do these fortunes, but she was hoping that no one would realize that it was her deity that gave her this gift and this foresight. Another different young noble strode up to her demanding a fortune. And once again, Madame Sundry said, "Son, you can't get anything for free in this world. You need to show some work, some aptitude, and some charity. All I ask is any simple offering, and I can tell you your heart's desires." The man kicked Madame Sundry down, spat in her face, and demanded the fortune again. He then proceeded to do terrible, terrible things, and he beat her in the mud. Madame Sundry had changed her course of speaking. She no longer asked for charity like some respectful being. She begged and begged and begged for the beating to stop. And as the man was leaving, she begged one more time for anything, any stray coppers. The man grimaced, pulled out a few copper coins and let them fall into the mud, crushed them with his boot, and said, "I don't see good things in your future, wench." And then he was off. Madame Sundry crawled towards these coins, huddled in a corner, defeated.
Jeez.
Okay, so I know the point of this was to be dark.
What the fuck?
That was a
Zuba?
little bit.
That's
It was a little darker than anticipated, so good job, I guess. Okay, next.
It sounded like Lemon.
It was like a really good foil putting Sundry into the perspective of where she is now, explaining to the audience and the party why how she got to a point of being as not respected as she is, and just how deep that disrespect goes. So it was really excellent. I just wasn't expecting you to be beaten to a bloody pulp by a random stranger, so I guess that's on me.
Dark World.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay,
Who's next?
I'm up. So I have mine in mind, but Jesus, that just kind of damn, Zuba. Okay, so Josh and I discussed the logistics of where Bronson's been over the past 2 years or so since he lost passage and lost his tribe. And what we came to is that after he lost his tribe, Bronson started going along what is essentially the border of the north, figuring that his tribe may have moved to a different battlefield and they were probably still somewhere around there. And he did this for 2 years. And so in the first year of his travels, he's no longer has his god, but he's still, when he comes into towns, he's trying to be helpful where he thinks he can be. He may help out for the night, like treating a wounded child or something like that. So he comes across this one town. He stops. He helps a bunch of their sick and wounded as best he can. It's no longer quite the amazing healing properties that he was known for, even amongst the Southerners as he knew them. But it's at least like he can stop the bleeding and help a child with a fever. But he stops there, he helps them, he moves on. For another year, he travels along the border. He makes it all the way to what would be the westernmost point of this border, finds nothing, turns around and starts making his way back. And on his way back, he finds the same town again, but he can barely recognize it if he didn't know the location because it's been completely burned to a crisp. The bodies are a few days old. Bronson recognizes that, or Bronson thinks to himself that maybe if he could have moved a little faster, he would have been there in time, but he realizes that there's nothing he could have done on his own to stop the slaughter.
I mean, you went with dead kids, so like, I guess we're all being dark.
Mm-hmm.
Darn it, I was going to go with dead kids too.
Great.
Dead
keep
kids,
going.
dead kid thing.
All the dead kids. Let's go.
I'll make it a slight twist. So after the fall, Rorik still wanted to help out with children as much as he could since he helped his family foster these children. So he started volunteering at a local orphanage. Of course, after the fall, there were lots of displaced people and families, so they were overburdened, overrun. There was too much to do. And as he was walking into work one day, he was approached by a young teen who asked for his help, asked if there was somewhere he could go. Of course, he took this young person to the orphanage and got him settled in there. After a few days, he went back and found that the young boy that he escorted there had stolen a bunch of food, beat some of the volunteers, and just made a whole mess of the place, and just took what he could, and he ran off. So he felt personally responsible for bringing that on everybody. Okay, I guess I didn't go with dead children, so nobody died. There we go.
No, you just stole the food out of the mouths of starving babies. That one's totally fine.
That's true. People, the kids probably, went hungry, and some of them
Actions
probably
led to
died.
dead children.
There we go.
Actions led to dead children.
There we go. Got to bring it back down. Down.
I already did my second half. I didn't realize we were splitting it.
No, you're fine. Yeah, and then just a recap for those, Griswold's second half is he went nuts and gave up his mind. That's a fun one.
Yeah. Give up his mind in exchange for his current collection.
And my life, honestly.
And your life. That's part of your collection is your life.
Yeah.
So couple months after the fall, Anaya is again out traveling after being outcast from the Citadel and trying to find a place where she can, rebuild her name, build up some forces, and eventually try to rebuild the Citadel to the Empire to its former glory. But she's not super focused on that. But as she was traveling, she came across another small town, and very similar to the first time, she came across a young man in jail for murder. And this time, she spoke with him for maybe 5 minutes and knew he was innocent. And she spent all night and all through the rest of the night talking and arguing with the constable that the young man was innocent, that they have the wrong person, but she couldn't prove who did it because the murder had happened half a week ago and everything had been cleaned up and disposed of, and she spent all of her focus on just trying to give herself some more time. Constable was adamant, though, that this young man did it and did the crime. He was seen with the murder weapon. It was someone that mutual love interest, love triangle nonsense, but Anai did not believe them at all. Didn't believe that the young man was innocent, and that he'd been framed or something even stranger had happened. But she walked with him again to the gallows with the young man, crying, because this time she knew he was innocent and she could do nothing to save him.
Great. And now we are in the world of Dias.
Dead children, yeah! Teenagers count as children, right?
Yeah. When last we met, our party finally arrived at the Citadel. And Anai and Sundry were both met with some disdain, some scorn from the people as they traveled through, but they battered it aside as they moved forward because they knew they had something to do. Made their way into the Citadel and actually met with the Emperor. I did forget that the beginning of last session was a complete important emotional roller coaster for Bronson and I. Quite the conversation, punctuated with Sundry's perfect line that let the campaign continue moving forward. That was just phenomenal.
Always
Hanged,
deserves
Reed.
props.
Hanged. You hung a picture, you hanged... The picture was hung, the man was hanged.
Fine.
That's
whatever.
proper grammar. Anyway, we left on a cliffhanger. And the cliffhanger was Bronson had just pulled Hope out in front of Emperor Kelsier and Emperor Kelsier Delron and the counselor Sestris. And I guess we'll jump right into that, which unfortunately is me, so I need to start.
Get your shit together.
Oh. This is Kelsier. Is that what I think it is?
It is.
Sestris looks over.
The story of what happened in Tikva.
Well, Sestris is going to speak before you do.
Okay.
A godling. Obviously, a aspect of the gods. I suppose what War did was not slay them after all. Explain.
So yeah, and I will go into the story of what happened in Tikva, and punctuate it with, and now we have hope.
We do indeed, don't we? What do you think, Sestris? I think this is quite the turn of events. I believe we could use this for our favor. No, Sestris. We can use this to stop the war. We can bring hope back to the people, literally. Just think about it. We're all stuck in this mindset of the world is over.
There's numbness to everything.
Exactly. And just imagine
even though tomorrow will come, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. We all feel it. And that's how this war can keep going. It's because there's no reason not to. It's all that's left. But we have hope now. Sestris. We can show our people that there's hope. That there's hope for peace. There's hope for the end of this war. I think that's what needs to be done. But that also might lead credence to... I've heard some rumors. There have been some weird things happening in some remote areas, and we've heard about them, but we haven't done much about it. With the war going on.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, 1 second. It was love.
This week's episode is brought to you by Yankee Candle.
Or the
This
three.
candle smells like red apple wreath.
Love, charity.
Look, I don't have
Right?
COVID. I can
Yeah,
still smell my
and
scented candles.
That third one was the hard one.
This
Pretty
week's
good one.
episode is also brought to you by Boss Titch antimicrobial pencil
It was in
sharpeners.
nature.
By
It was
God,
in nature.
this is the best mechanical pencil sharpener.
I mean, all we were
I've
talking about
ever
was love,
used.
charity, and hope just being
wait, wait.
hippies dancing
Right,
in
and there was
Say it again, but
we picked a
slower.
third god, didn't
It's oh God, it's backwards. Boss Titch, BOSTITCH.
Okay.
That's why we should write
AJ,
this
I'm a little
down.
confused. You don't have to sharpen mechanical pencils.
Sorry. Whatever the fucking call a beautiful, beautiful Ticonderoga, the Cadillac of pencils. This is the Cadillac of pencils. This is the Cadillac of
Love,
pencil sharpeners.
charity.
Dude, I got
Let
one
me
right
tell you-
here.
What the world needs,
Let
right?
me tell you.
I got
The
one right
major
here.
ones, right?
Ticonderoga number 2s.
It wasn't
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be.
Ticonderoga
It wasn't.
number
It wasn't gonna
two.
be one of those, was it?
The
We're gonna do two major.
Cadillac of
It was
pencils.
just
No,
love, charity, and hope, wasn't it?
Cannot
No,
recommend
it was a
these enough.
major,
But to go along
minor,
with
and a
them,
lesser.
you need your pencil
What was your
sharpener.
order?
And by
Major,
God,
minor,
this
lesser.
is the best
Okay, so
pencil
then
sharpener
hope is a
I've
major.
ever used
Yeah.
in my life.
Minor was
Like, I went out
Well,
third.
and
love
got
was a major.
specifically
Love
this
Charity's
pencil
a minor.
sharpener over an electric pencil sharpener
What was the
when
fucking-
going to college because it's that damn good.
And it was
Is it
based
not
off of them.
Powered?
I
It's
wish
not
I knew
motorized?
Not all of them.
No.
It's fucking hand crank bullshit.
Oh, wow.
I don't think we ever got to a third, did
It
we?
is better than most electric pencil sharpeners I've ever used.
All right, I'll just send them on
Like,
two.
I don't know
Two's fine.
what their fucking proprietary technology is that
Finding
they
the
put in this
second one, we could probably
motherfucker,
figure out the minor
but
one.
man, gets you that nice, crisp point.
Okay, we're back.
You didn't like my pencil sharpener?
Thank you for those sponsors.
I swear to God, if I ever get famous, that's gonna I'm gonna try and get sponsored by Ticonderoga and this fucking pencil sharpener.
You should. You should.
Well, we've had some fringe villages that have been talking about how, well, we didn't really pay much attention to it, but they were talking about how they kept finding things. And we thought that there may have been a battle there, but Sestris looked into it and there was nothing. So maybe a trade caravan that got overturned or a barge or something, but there was just stuff.
What? I like stuff.
Who currently has the leaf?
Leaf?
The
The leaf that supposedly
That's
leads to
Rorik?
nature.
Yeah, I
Probably.
do.
We chose not to do that
Okay.
one.
I kind of turned to Rorik and kind of with I guess say like can I say the leaf for a second?
And there was
Um,
another weird valley someone was talking about that got looks like a toxic looking pink haze. I think was the last other conversation we had that sounded like this.
As he's chatting and I get the leaf from Rorik, I'm gonna hold it up and do I have to hold it or put it in water or something?
You have to put it in naturally flowing water.
Naturally flowing. God damn it.
Yeah.
Pull out my
Actively made it
canteen.
difficult. Yes.
Pull out my canteen and pour
Nope.
some on the
That's
fucking
not
desk.
naturally
That's
flowing water.
That's naturally flowing. It's flowing
Gravity
down.
is nature.
No, it has to be like rain.
It's stream or-
Rainfalls.
Yeah.
Rainfalls,
Yeah.
rivers, streams.
Then I wouldn't motion for the leaf if I remembered that correctly.
That's so.
Have
Perhaps
any
the
of
other
these
gods are amongst us, and maybe something like that.
Have any of these things happened before in history that we know of?
Not that I've heard. I don't know of many valleys just suddenly springing purple gas.
You know where? Where? Where are they?
With inside the borders of the empire or outside?
The purple haze was on our southern border, and the valley where things were appearing was just on the edge of our northern lake, just outside of right in the area we can still protect, right on the coastline.
I motioned to Rorik. Do you think you could show us on our map?
Yeah.
I
So
believe I have
Kelsier, by the way, is in his late 50s, maybe early 60s. He's older, but not old.
Mhm.
Or I guess at this time that would be old. Meh. He's not ancient.
Speaking of the Northern Lake, I feel like Montgomery is a problem. We stopped by to try and resupply, and he was extremely inhospitable.
I don't mean to offend Anai, but I don't really position military units based on their hospitality.
The city was starving, and he seemed fit to close his doors to help to assist anyone in the town or in the harbor.
I'll send someone to investigate. The five of
I
you.
also suggest, along with that, carrying a pardon for the stable master. I imagine he's going to be imprisoned for allowing us access to some mounts to arrive here sooner to pass along this word.
That one I'll do. Look,
Thank you.
I appreciate your intentions with the day-to-day within the kingdom, the empire, but I believe that the five of you have a bigger task at hand. You carry hope. And I think that the only way this war will end is if you can take hope and bring it to all the nations. And I think to do that, you would have to show hope to their leaders the same way you've shown it to me. I believe that we can end this war if every nation's leader manages to see hope. Quest active. And then whatever gods you happen to find along the way, I'm sure they can only aid you on your journey. Quest active. And then
Quest name, catch them all.
and then Sestrus pops up. There's one other thing you can do for us. I've been having this discussion with our generals and other council members, along with some of my elven contacts. This war is unlike anything any of us have ever seen, and I've lived for over 600 years. This was not random chance. Something happened. If you are already planning on venturing around the world and endangering yourselves, you might as well do some good. Figure out what it is that happened. Quest active.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
I don't know, can I?
Basically, find the true cause of the war.
Yeah, what sparked the war?
I imagine she looks at Anai when she says that with like, there is an underlying thing.
Yes.
What is specifically for that?
And you've finally done it. You've achieved the 3 main quest lines for the story. We did it! Session
Hooray.
9! We can start the game!
I want to ask them a question, actually, on the note of this being a war unlike anything anyone's ever seen before. I want to ask the Emperor, do you remember why you went to war?
Of course. We were attacked.
By who?
The North. Varys Khan. Mobilized overnight. Luckily, we heard rumors that this was beginning and we put some patrols up north, otherwise the damage could have been significantly worse.
Is this the story Bronson remembers hearing?
Southern Haze was northern. Southern, sorry. Purple.
Northern side of the North Lake.
Pink haze was southern. Things
Yep.
appearing was northern.
Yep.
Things appearing in general, or
Just said things.
Just
Okay.
things. It's rumors, not too much information. Bronson, roll history. So much.
I added a section of my notes
have
called
lost
rumors,
this
and that's what I was trying to get down, is because I forgot to.
I think I want this.
Oof.
Let's check. Bronson, you were not directly a part of Eris Khan's council. You don't know why. You were just roped into it because you were roped into it, so you're not really sure.
Are you saying I don't know why I wasn't part of the council?
No, you
Or
don't
that I
know.
don't know
You don't
why.
know if Varys Khan struck out of nowhere. You don't know if Varys Khan was retaliating. You don't know if Varys Khan was just massing his forces and the war happened. You don't know what instigated what. All you know is Varys Khan united the 100 tribes, and then the war began.
Okay.
I can still hear if you guys are talking. Are y'all just thinking?
Just thinking.
Yeah, just thinking.
Thinking and taking notes.
Yeah.
Because I have so many notes. I also get into go into the explanation of what happened at the Geminite Bastion, and specifically regarding the hounds, and their likelihood of coming. I leave merit out of that discussion about out of the events that happened. Lie by omission, which is not a lie, but to explicitly talk about how there was a follower of war who was follower of torture that was removed, and in their personal effects found this note regarding the hounds and how they're probably headed up Tikva.
When you mention the hounds, Cestris and Kelsier look at each other. You think these demons are tracking you?
Yep.
I think we are its end goal.
The hounds are dangerous. We haven't told the public this, but there were sightings of the hounds on the southern border a few years ago. From what we heard, they made their way in and out without being stopped.
How far from? I ask for like a position on the map, if we have a map. I have to imagine there's a big old battle map.
Yeah. Just south of the southern bastion.
And where were the rumors of the pink haze? Pink haze?
The lake.
Southern Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Although I could put it near the bastion. That would make it easier for everybody. I'll put it near the bastion.
Yay.
I'm just eating to eat now. I'm gonna stop.
Anaya's interest is very piqued by having those two things line up so closely. And she probably voices to the rest of the party, as well as the Emperor and Cestris. It might be that the hounds were looking for whatever is causing that pink haze, but were unsuccessful in finding it.
Phooey, years ago.
Wouldn't have had time to fully manifest, but there is now.
That's true.
it can't hurt to go investigate. I don't know if that is the most important thing on our agenda. I say looking at Bronson, but I do believe it is worth an investigation. It'll also
We'd have to
probably
be really careful.
right, because that if the hounds are coming up from the south, they will probably go through the bastion again, or go near the bastion. So we'd be putting ourselves right in that line.
Have you heard any word from the Southern Bastion?
Make an insight roll.
Oh, okay.
Just him or all of us?
Everyone. A naive advantage.
Oh, this is a lie? Oh, God.
Wait, you said insight?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right.
Whoa. AJ, did you roll 220s?
Yeah, I
Or
rolled two
215s.
15s.
So Griswold, you're the
Okay.
only one who's not 100% sure about this, but everyone else. They turn to each other and turn back and say, yes.
Anaya raises her eyebrow at that.
Kelsier looks at Anai and kind of like glances away. I was hoping without your god that would be easier. The answer
Seeing
is
through someone's lies is a lot more than just a power of the divine.
yes, we have received word from the Southern Bastion. No, we don't believe that word actually came from anyone there.
Do you have the message?
Sestrus does.
I turn to Sestrus.
The information on the message isn't pertinent for you. What is pertinent is the information we tried to obfuscate, but obviously failed. We have no belief that the message that came from there was actually sent by anyone there, due to handwriting analysis. Is there anything more you need?
Not at this moment, Sestrus. Thank you. I turn and to the rest of the party and say, well, it's been a hard couple days of travel. I think we should find a place to rest. And looking back at the Emperor, I can't imagine there will be many people that would react kindly to me being here again. So we'll find our accommodations outside of the barracks.
You're welcome to stay here. There are empty rooms aplenty. Sestrus will put her guards on you. Sestrus nods curtly and walks out of the room.
Wait.
Sestrus does not wait when you say wait.
Oh, what's the king's name?
Kelsier Delron. So you can say Emperor Delron, Emperor Kelsier, or Kelsier, whatever you're feeling.
Dude guy.
Dude guy man.
So, you give us all these things to do. You got any gifts to do them?
Anai, who is this?
This is Griswold. Companion. Met him
By choice?
Tikva.
I'm just saying, you told us to fucking save the world. You didn't fucking give us anything. What the hell?
Anai does not respond to the by choice.
Sir Griswold.
Madam Sundry casts message.
On
It's
whom?
Lamu.
She
What?
casts it to, what was the name of that person again?
Kelsier Delron?
Yeah, that one.
I said it's Sir
Yep.
Olamu, is what I said.
Olamu?
Delron, and what?
I'm telling you my last name.
That's a fantastic last name.
That's pretty slick.
Alamu. Yeah.
Okay. Looks like lava.
Madam Sundry casts message to the person we're speaking to. The message says, "Nothing can get done without a little bit of effort. Charity always helps things get the ball rolling."
Sundry?
Is this in head or not in head?
No, this is Kelsier. Sundry.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you just send me the quote from your posters that we took down because you were conning people?
Old habits.
Oh shit!
Old habits, much like my profession, die hard.
Is your profession the oldest profession? Huh?
Yes, I did. No, I haven't
This
succumbed
isn't
to that
False
yet.
Shadows, AJ.
Sir Alamu.
Yes, this is False Shadow.
That's me.
Resources are scarce, as we've been fighting a war for 3 years. We have had a number of peace missions going with gifts born that never returned. We have not received any peace missions since. If there is anything left in our armory, we shall supply you with something. But it is also important that we maintain our own stores.
Can I roll an insight on that?
Yeah. He's not lying. He'll do what he can for the party, but he doesn't like you.
Does he have anything in his armory?
Yeah,
Or
he
is
does.
he? Okay.
But, I mean, he's not lying. It's much smaller than it used to be.
Okay.
I'm concerned why you keep rolling these charisma checks.
Oh, to see if Griswold will hold his tongue.
Oh, okay. That checks out. That makes much more sense then.
Yeah. You're getting very lucky.
Yeah.
Anai, you and yours are welcome to stay in the suites you once held here. They're still open?
No.
Rorik, you are frozen and barely audibly connected. And now you're gone.
And he's gone. He's dead. You just smited from
And
oblivion.
Rorik just falls down dead. How do you guys respond?
Nice.
It's not the first time this is... Oh, no. We're dropping like flies.
Who else left?
Me earlier.
Oh, okay. So. No.
Oh.
So.
This week's session brought to you by the gourmet black raspberry rum cake I bought at the little Christmas shops that showed up this year in White Plains. It has been delicious. I bought this 2 days ago? 3 days ago. And I'm the only one who's been eating it. It's amazing.
This week's session is also brought to you by the IWW. You want to be wobbly with me? Come join the IWW, the Industrial Workers of the World.
Oh wow, we're getting like union sponsorships. Damn.
This session also brought to you by Magic the Gathering Commander Legends box, which I opened
Just the box.
and was very, very pleased with, as I got myself a mana drain, and it was very nice.
It's a nice.
This episode brought to you by Baked by Melissa. It's a good gift of cupcakes to send to your friend who's recovering from surgery.
Right. Rorik has returned. Back to our regular scheduled programming.
He's not dead.
Sorry about that. My battery was getting low, and it goes into battery saver mode, which apparently an unofficial feature is that it just doesn't connect to the internet. Nice. Even though it's not supposed to do that, it just does.
Cool.
You know, the best battery saver mode is off.
Yeah, right. I was just going to ask for a letter of introduction from the Emperor, but I can do that in character if you want.
Okay.
Sir, I hope this isn't asking of much, but if we're going to be traveling to different nations, something with your seal may be helpful.
It
A
may
letter
also
of
be
introduction.
hurtful. But I will provide it. Sestrus will bring it over this evening.
Thank you. Now I will go get some food. One moment.
Anything
I will.
else?
Is that something that Rourke's going to carry?
Probably.
I figured an eye would.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. Unless an eye doesn't want it, in which case
The
I'll
answer
carry
is
it.
not Griswold.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping track of like important things.
Yeah, who has what, so that when they die, you can loot them.
Yeah. Proper looting will occur. We loot the goddamn bodies.
We're such a good team.
I would ask. I would ask for a few moments more of your time. But I don't think everyone needs to be here for this. So, given that you did just lie to us, I would ask Anai to stay.
So, you don't trust me, and you don't trust your companions.
No, I don't. They're welcome to stay if they want, but we're all tired. You did just lie to us.
I am also emperor of this land. I have secrets I must keep for the safety of my people.
Everyone lies.
Also that.
The knight turns and says, "Not everyone."
Oh, shut up.
What is it? Who are you, Northerner?
Anai introduced us all in the last session, and I remember he recognized the name of the tribe.
Right, okay. Yes, Bronson of Solrag, something like that?
Shirag.
Shirag. I was close.
I have been searching for my tribe, and past couple of days, I got the first word about my tribe that I have in 2 years. Can you tell me anything about the Kerikin?
Kierkin.
Kierkin. Yeah. They've been a recent force, empowered by their warlord, Kierkin, who carved out his section of our empire with the aid of a war priest, who I've heard has left. So now he just sits on borrowed power, trying to defend. Why would he?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, if he might know Ramsey, he might know me. I don't know. I would inform.
He would know Ramsey. I don't think you were a widespread name on your ship.
Do you have any more information? Can I talk to your general? Get an idea of numbers, locations, where they would hold the prisoners?
They don't hold prisoners. They sell slaves.
Oh.
He did say that they were enslaved. He has not said prisoners. He said used the word slaves.
I'm pretty sure he said, "I have your people."
Okay.
We're high up in a tower, right?
Yeah. So Bronson, you can just write out.
No, I'm just thinking about some of my paintings and that I've probably done a painting from the view from this window.
You have.
If anything, this makes it easier to get Bronson's family back. We need just to get some coin, buy him off of him.
Please, no one say that to Bronson. We will be down a party member.
And it will be Griswold.
You want to trade for him?
I don't have them.
No. I'm joking.
Okay, good.
It's a joke.
They sell slaves.
Yes,
To whom?
to the other
Apparently
tribes. We've had many of our own taken, and last we heard of them, they were being shipped north.
Do you know to who?
Everyone. We don't really, no offense, but we don't get a bill of sales from our enemies across the river.
Josh, you mentioned last time that there's a general, like someone in charge of the Northern Front, or like the former kingdom of the Northern Front.
There is a general from the Northern Kingdom, the Kingdom of Nen.
What was his name?
He has not yet been named.
We've not met him yet.
And I also have not written the name yet.
I was just figuring the only like general of the Empire that Bronson would know possibly would be their northern general.
You would know that name, yes.
Yeah. Delron.
Let's roll. Let's roll.
Roll 1d26.
I was gonna do that. But why isn't it giving me the option?
Just type it.
Type it where? Oh, right. I can just go /R1D26. What? My first roll of the day is a natural 1 on a D26.
Oh, we did have another natural 1. I forgot to record that one.
Yeah. Is General Alar here? And I speak to him.
I'm not sure how good of an idea it is for him to be having a conversation at this time.
What are you going to say to have a conversation with a northerner?
I was. They did kind of eradicate his people.
And I believe he should know that I was not part of that, nor anyone in my tribe.
And I believe we shouldn't be at World War
3.
No. Sorry. This is the first one.
This is the Great War.
It's not that great. Like 5 stars. Out of 10.
Yeah, it was like 5 stars.
Yeah, no,
great.
5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 stars.
But like, it's known as the Great War because the same reason as World War I was known as the Great War.
World War I was known as the Great War, the war to end all wars, and then psych, we had another one.
Psych, we fucked up.
Again. Well, actually, this time, yes, we as a world messed up, but like the U.S. was like, we don't want any part of this, and then they're like, there's genocide happening everywhere, and we're like, we're not a part of it, and then it's like, well, we bombed your boats. It's like, okay, fine, we'll go kill everybody.
Oh, hey, that was a bunch of years ago today, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, today's
Really?
D-Day?
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor?
No, Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, Pearl Harbor, yeah.
Today's Pearl Harbor
Because
Day?
D-Day is 6th of June.
I should have watched Pearl Harbor, damn it. I mean, when else are you going to watch it?
Any other day of the year?
Or no day.
Or, better yet, not at all.
Yeah, I'm with that one.
I forget who's in it.
Yeah, it's not that good of a movie.
Regardless.
Today is not brought to you by Pearl Harbor. It's a bad movie.
Wait, didn't Pearl Harbor, didn't that movie have the wrong boats?
There was a lot wrong with it.
It also happened. It also took place in the middle of the
day. It was
a
Michael Bay movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
What more do we need to say about the movie Pearl Harbor other than that it was directed by Michael Bay?
Yeah, the moment the Decepticons came in and started bombing all the American ships, I was so confused.
I was surprised.
Yeah, just watching Shia LaBeouf jump in slow motion was just too much.
Yeah. But then Megan Fox was there. It was all okay.
Yeah.
Why was she in? Okay, maybe
Did
that's
you
going to be
see
our
her
like
face in
post-session
rack?
know the answer.
That's why she was in it.
comment.
You can strike the first one on that, Josh.
Her face is very popular amongst many, many people. I don't like the visible plastic surgery, but it's still very popular.
So we're talking about how Bronson's people have been sold into slavery. So let's get back to
What?
that.
Yeah, that's a
Fine.
bad thing.
And we were talking, what we were saying, Alara probably does not want to see Northerners right now. Bronson saying he should understand that Shirok had no part. Kirkin are also a common enemy.
Yes. I wouldn't recommend barging into his bedchambers, but there is a war council called tomorrow at noon. You are all welcome to attend.
Ooh.
I would like to remind those who've been to war councils before why they haven't been recently.
Madam Sundry grins. A shit-eating grin.
It would be...
I take it I shouldn't go.
Yeah. It would... Your presence at the war meeting would most likely derail the intentions of the meeting. However, you are all honored guests of the Emperor. You are all on a special mission to bring peace to the world. It is important information for you to gain, so I'll let you make the decision as my envoys whether you will be present or not.
Winona Keller. Will she be there?
Joshua doesn't remember the name.
She's the one we're looking for from Tikva.
Mm-hmm.
Council member Winona Kellard, Dockmaster's
shit.
daughter in the Citadel.
I didn't realize she was a council member. I didn't write out the full name.
She
I don't
won't
know.
be at the war meeting, but she... Why do you have her name?
I have a lot of things.
That was the most terrifying answer you could give.
We met her father in Tikva.
See, that's a much nicer answer. She is actually finishing up a board meeting. So, wow, no. She's finishing up a council meeting as we speak. She should be in the building. If there's a message from her father, I'm sure she'd like to hear it. She is concerned for his health.
Be sure to track her down. I think.
No, you know the way to the council meeting, the council room.
I will get us. Yes.
And I helped design the building. She should know.
Ooh.
Yeah. Also, I was thinking I did make a landscape painting of the really beautiful scene from this room, but it's somewhere in the city. I have since gifted it. It is not part of my 15.
In that case, you notice it's on the wall in this room.
Like, that makes no sense to put the painting of the view right next to the view.
I was just gonna say, who would
Imagine
do
it's
that?
like in the council chambers. Is like
Sure.
where I would have gifted. I would have
Fine,
gifted
you'll
it to
see
the
it.
city.
You'll see it. The Emperor
Yeah.
bought it specifically.
Yeah.
It can be in the waiting area.
It's in the
downstairs.
bathroom.
Yeah, right above the shitter.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Look at this beautiful. Always poop with a view. This is what I've been told all my life.
Well, if I can talk to Alar tomorrow, is there anything else we need to discuss now?
Not that I'm aware of. Thank you. And I bows and proceeds to walk out.
Madam Sundries is the same. She gives a deep bow and says thank you, and then she goes to catch up with an eye.
Griswold catches up with an eye rather quickly.
An eye. Got a map of this place?
Map. I do not at the moment, but I can draw you one
Okay.
later.
I want all the secret passages. All of them.
Can't provide that information, Griswold. They're secret for a reason.
I'll trade.
You'll be trading for the map in the first place, Griswold.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, I guide us through the building to the former chambers I used to stay in, the couple of rooms in the area, and Anai sets down her pack, and you'll notice that Anai takes the most Spartan-esque room of them all. The rest of them are kind of nice and plushy, but she takes the most bland, probably could be confused for a servant's quarters, and sets herself up. And I imagine there's a small gathering chamber nearby, common room for similar with embassies and whatever. You bring multiple people and they all have a place to go meet and talk. So she sets down her equipment and then kind of divvies out rooms.
This is actually where your painting is.
She looks at it for a second and then turns back and continues all right, meet back in here 20 minutes and we can make a plan to figure out what our next steps are.
Are we going to see the council?
This is just the hey, go drop off your stuff, get accustomed to your room,
Yep.
Go to the bathroom type of thing.
Gotcha.
If there's anything you want to do in that private moment, this would happen now.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I want to go talk to Sundry really quick.
Sure.
Sundry, you hear a knock on your door.
Come in.
I barge in.
Hey, Sundry.
Oh, Griswold. What's going on?
Oh, that guy was kind of a dick, so I wanted to share some with you. I really wanted to say it in there, but I didn't. I thought you were going to find it funny. Okay. So you remember the guy we met? I don't remember his name. The dickwad at the lake?
Oh, Montgomery.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. First true representative of the Empire. He was just as washed up as the Empire.
You're not wrong, Griswold. You're not wrong. You do got something there. Yeah, he's not a really nice guy at all.
Okay, bye.
He's a dick.
Did you just pull her aside to tell her a joke?
That's it.
Good use of time. I applaud it.
So good. All right, so
Very true to character.
so we're all breaking up, right? Kind of. Everyone is free to roam. Who is with
minutes.
whom? Where are people? And where is Hope?
I gave us 20 minutes to kind of putz around, not an extended period of time.
It's still 20 minutes. I want answers to.
Yeah. Anaya's probably meditating in her bedroom.
I assume at all times Hope is with Bronson, unless I explicitly hand Hope off to someone else.
Okay.
Does Sundry try to get me to stay at all, or is she cool with me just leaving?
What flavor you got there, Denali?
Stay? What do you mean?
Bring a bar cup. I tell you the joke, and I'm just about to walk out. Do you stop me?
No, I mean, I let you finish your joke, and I think maybe I'll say oh, what are you off to now, Griswold? I don't stop you though.
I'm just gonna wander the hall. You wanna come?
Oh, okay. Have fun.
Okay, bye.
Oh, yeah, of course I want to come.
Oh, okay.
Wait, bye, I'm coming with you. I hurriedly put back on my boots and then chase after Griswold. Okay, so I know some of the corridors around here. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to the kitchen? Did you want to go to a cool balcony? Do you want to go to the storage closet?
Wait, are you just as washed up as the Empire too?
I'm so sorry.
No. Madame Sundry casts minor illusion, and there's a sudsy bar of soap in her hand, and she says, Griswold, you watch your mouth or I'll show you who's washed up.
Okay.
Anyways, and then she tossed the bar of soap illusion behind her. Where did you want to go to? Or did you just want to pull me into the hall to make jokes?
Oh, I'll just go look around.
Oh, okay. Here, let's go over here. This is the spot with the cool balcony. Josh, I take it to the spot with the cool balcony.
Dope. You go to a spot with a cool balcony.
Don't worry, I'm washed up too.
Griswold, can you do something for me?
Literally.
Stop. Griswold, can you do something for me? How strong are you?
Oh, not at all.
Oh.
I got okay quads though.
Well,
I was just gonna say, can you sell out your quads?
Quads? You could crush a man's head with your quads.
I just walk on tree trunks. They're just okay.
The rest of me is a stick.
Griswold, if you could help me, there's this one scene from a romance scroll that I had read.
Oh my
once,
god!
and,
Stop.
the two main characters met on a balcony just like this one, and well, the one character held the other up into the wind, and it was such a great scene. I know that you might not be strong enough, Griswold, but if you could help me find someone, who could, I don't know.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay, I'm ready. I put my arms out.
How high is this balcony?
Don't you drop me, Griswold. Don't drop me.
Really gotta know how high this balcony is.
AJ, what floor was Anai on?
How many floors are there?
I'm gonna go with 8.
Probably 4.
Don't
Hey,
drop me,
4
Griswold.
stories up.
Okay.
No, I swear.
What is it? 1d6 per 10 feet?
Just about.
Do I know
Yes,
this
it is 1d6 per 10 feet.
4d6s? What's that average to?
I could die very easily.
Look.
4d6 averages to about 15 damage.
Oh, that's not good.
You have another character, right down the hall, that is much better suited for this.
And what makes you think Griswold is looking for someone to do this well?
I'm not talking about Griswold, I'm talking about Sundry.
That's a better point.
I'm with Griswold.
The question is,
I'll give it
who
a try.
does Sundry find attractive? Griswold, Bronson, or Rorik?
There is an answer. You're going to have to stay tuned to find out.
I don't want that answer.
I don't want that answer.
All right.
Okay.
I try to help you do the thing.
Attempt to hoist me.
Yep.
All right, make a strength roll, please.
Just a strength roll?
Don't you have a negative strength, Griswold?
Yep.
Make a strength roll, please. Great. Sundry, please make a dexterity saving throw. Great. Here is what happens. We got this beautiful balcony. It is it's a bar that goes around, and it's held up by the single pillars. But there's space in between the pillars. So Sundry walks over and feels the wind, and her scarf is flapping in the wind, lifts up her arms for Griswold. Griswold squats down, grabs hold of her sides, stands up, doesn't lift her, but instead pushes her forward. Sundry stumbles and falls right through the panes and starts falling 4 stories to the ground.
Why? This was not necessary.
We literally built
Hang
this
on.
step by step. Both of you knew the consequences and what your roles would be, and you did it anyway.
Yeah.
Also, the mechanics of falling in this game means that there's pretty low.
Don't say another fucking word, Isaac.
So, Madam Sundry, you're free falling. You have about
I know. I'm trying to think of
3 seconds to react.
casting mage armor won't do anything, will it?
Nothing at all.
No.
It means that
Okay.
you'll take the force, but you'll be a little bit further from the ground. But it's a direct transfer of the force, so... This is when Feather Fall is a good spell?
Yeah, I know, and I didn't take
Don't
it.
you have portent rolls?
You do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
This would have been the time for that.
Well, too late.
Can I retcon it or no? Is it too late?
I will give you a
no.
50-50 on retconning, okay?
Okay.
The real question is,
High
what
is
do you
good.
Choose.
You get to retcon it. So, you
Denali, you
stumble
rolled a
right
17.
through the rails, but somehow...
He said I rolled a 17.
No.
Now I rolled a 17.
Sundry rolled the 17. We're not
Okay.
retconning that far back. You tumble through the rails, and you fall, and you remember, oh wait, there's a ledge there. And you grab hold of the ledge as you were falling, and you realize now, this is why you had a vision of lots of wind in your face. Not a wonderful scene that you thought you could formulate, but the absolute failure of that scene. But it is quite lovely where you are. Griswold, you throw Sundry off the ledge and you don't see her. What do you do?
Oh shit!
Sundry, your beautiful landscape is broken by Griswold's laugh. What do you do?
Sundry!
My what?
This beautiful, idyllic scene of you just kind of hanging in the wind in the setting sun is broken by Griswold's laugh when he threw you off the edge.
Griswold, you bastard, pull me up, pull me up.
Sundry?
You see like the hands like
I attempt to pull her up because I am not strong.
wait. Go get Bronson.
Sundry, I believe the intention is to rest after this, so you could use your second portent roll and just get through this, or you can go get Bronson and hang there.
Yeah, but my second portent roll is a 5.
Really? I thought you had two really good rolls.
Oh, well, I rolled new ones because I couldn't remember.
Oh, it was like a 17 and a 19.
I found a new.
Doesn't matter. I will.
Initially, I had them in my temporary hit points, but those disappeared, so I put them in a different spot. Now they won't disappear between sessions.
It was a 17 and a 16,
Anyways.
just so you know.
I'm
All
going
right.
to
All right, cool. Let's just.
Kendrick and Orson there to provide like 10 pounds of force. To
I
help
did
you.
say that they are
So you-
basically unseen servant. So yes, you can have advantage on your roll.
10 pounds of force, and I go get Bronson.
So Kelson and oh my god,
Kendrick and Orson.
Kendrick and Orson are just kind of holding Sundry. So Sundry, you still have your beautiful being held scene, except it's two skeletons holding you instead.
I have no idea.
Now it wasn't a romance novel.
So I'm just
Griswold,
gonna
I need you to roll a religion roll.
Oh, okay. God
Cool.
damn.
22. No. Oh, yep.
Say 22.
And then his 4.
Yep.
22.
Yeah.
Great. We're gonna whisper.
Okay.
Griswold,
Yeah.
you're walking alone through the hallways.
Oh boy.
You
That's not
hear a
right.
voice you recognize in your head.
Oh shit.
Griswold, it's me, Minor. Hey,
Oh hey!
I don't know if you can do this, but if you could just go and get Hope alone, that'd be awesome. Thanks.
I'm a little busy right now. I know
You
it's a minor
trip.
inconvenience.
You trip over your own foot.
Oh shit!
But yeah, that'd be awesome if you could do that for me. Thanks.
Okay, bye.
You're back.
I am running through the halls. I don't really know where Bronson is.
Bronson! Bronson! Where's Bronson? Bronson!
We're gonna cut to Bronson. Bronson, what have you been doing this whole time?
I think I don't know if this works logistically, but I like the idea of like Bronson being set up in a room nearby with a window where he can just plop Hope down and stare off into the north.
All right, please make a perception roll. Great. You can have advantage because Hope might tug on you if Hope hears it. Great. So Griswold walks right by the room, not knowing where it goes. Anai, would you like to make a perception roll?
Yeah, I'll make a perception roll.
Fucking yelling Bronson, Jesus Christ.
Anai, you hear Griswold yelling for Bronson in the hallway. You're also aware of what happens to people who yell in the hallways of the capital of the Citadel.
Oh, what is that? Not good.
Probably not great.
No, you are disturbing important council meetings. It is not quite treason, but it's not a great thing.
It is definitely uncouth. I get up and quickly move. Griswold, what's going on? And I grab him by the shoulder and start guiding him over to where Bronson's room was.
Oh, hey, I need Bronson. You're not Bronson.
What's going on? What do you need Bronson for?
Oh, Sundry fell out
As
of
I
the...
say, as I reach up and knock on Bronson's door.
Sundry fell off the balcony.
I knock a little harder on Bronson's door.
I may have accidentally pushed her a little bit. I swear I didn't mean to. I promise.
Bronson,
He was really cute, though.
was it? Oh, god damn it. Yep.
What does Sundry wear? What is her outfit?
Zuba's not around. I quickly guide Bronson over to where the balcony is because I know what balcony they're referring to. Because I know Madame Sundry's obsession with this view and whatnot.
Zuba! What are you saying, Bronson? Bronson answered the door, I assume.
Bronson.
It was in a romance scroll. A romance scroll, I tell you.
Zuba, what does Sundry wear? What are her bottom half? You got a skirt?
You wear
Does
pants.
she wear pants or a skirt? God.
Wear a pants skirt.
You know,
Or dress? What we got?
Do you wear just underwear?
I was
Run on a
let's
Speedo?
go with like a long skirt.
Running shorts?
Let's go with that. Let's go with long skirt.
Extreme running shorts? With Canada flag on them?
That'd be sick.
I still
Let's
have
go
those
with
running shorts.
long.
Yeah.
Wait, why? Are you trying to like find me in a crowd?
No.
No,
Just
you're
the-
currently
Just providing
dang-
context.
You're dangling with your legs sprawled out over the public.
Oh, no, I wasn't providing that
My
context.
minor illusion. Yeah, if I have to.
Oh, I was picking her up, and I felt her underwear, and I hadn't felt that in a while, and then I pushed her on accident because of it.
Where?
Bronson, we need help.
Where is she?
On the balcony.
I guide Bronson over to.
Does he leave Hope?
Do I leave Hope? Probably, because I'm being called suddenly to go pick someone off of a fucking balcony.
Cool.
You look
All right.
over towards the.
In my head, I
Yep.
say
Yep. Mhm.
minor.
You're
I know
fine.
it's a minor inconvenience,
But I'm gonna be here.
Cool. Thank you.
and I stay in Bronson's room.
I would
Yeah,
like.
I
to
guide
roll-
Bronson over to this balcony.
I know, but I would also like to roll either insight or perception
Okay.
for the fact that Griswold just. I guess it would be insight.
Nope.
Bronson has to go to Sundry.
Nope. That worked
Okay.
out. Mm-hmm.
No.
Bye. Y'all ran away. Bye.
All right. I guess
I
just
love it,
straight
Rorik.
pick up Sundry.
I like to describe for Bronson what he sees. But I'm going to do that in a moment. I'm going to whisper to Griswold real fast. Griswold,
Hey.
you are alone. With Hope.
And Minor.
And Minor, who appears next to you. Hey, bud.
Oh, hey.
Thanks.
I know it's not what you asked for, but that's kind of the point.
What do you mean?
Huh?
You're alone?
Did you say you wanted to be alone?
No, I like you.
Oh, okay.
I don't like them. I have something for you.
Oh,
In
nice. I like
exchange.
this.
I know. We're going to do a bit of an exchange.
Okay.
Minor pulls out from under the trench coat a shell
Ooh.
that is emitting smoke. A dark, sorry, not quite smoke. The gray in between a smoke and a mist, just pouring out of this gray shell, kind of like a twirled conch shell. I have this for you. In exchange, I'm just going to borrow Hope.
How long?
Hope will be safe and return to you.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yes, you can.
Good job.
Minor is telling the truth.
Okay.
Walks over to Hope. Come on, bud! And then pushes Hope onto the floor, laughs, and the two of them disappear.
I could join him at the balcony.
Cool.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
so Bronson.
Now that
We try. Sorry.
Bronson, you run down the hall, and you see Kendrick and Orson dangling Madame Sundry off the edge of the balcony.
Can't take them nowhere.
Okay. Reach over, grab her by the arms, and pull her up.
Great.
Strength.
Whoop.
Strength check.
Yes, you make a strength roll. You have advantage because of Kendrick and Orson. Oh my god! I was wrong!
I'm not that heavy. I'm not that heavy.
Unless Sundry wanted to be a part of this.
Damn it, Reed.
It's also like
You only have
average strength would be able to help someone get up.
No. Someone with average strength can't lift someone else by a single arm.
Yeah. Accurate.
Okay.
Try to lift a 6-year-old with your arm. Like, it's actually hard.
Yeah.
We're not very strong people. So, Bronson, from your perspective, these two skeletons seem to be... You should be able to lift this. It depends on how well you see your own fault in the situation, but it could very well be the answer that the skeletons are trying to push her down instead of trying to help you, depending on how you see it. Or you could realize that you were coming at this at a bad angle and you need to try again.
Yeah.
Whatever you think Bronson would think.
I don't think Bronson assumes maleficence.
That's not the right word.
No, it's not.
Maliciousness.
Maliciousness. You know, malintent. You know what I meant.
Malice, yeah. I mean, I also don't think he assumes that there will be a dark-winged fairy who comes to curse the princess.
Shut up. So can I just roll again to pick her up?
Uh-huh. If you fail this time, though, I'm going to have her fall.
Oh no.
Oh, malfeasance. That's another one, yeah.
Oh.
There
You're fine.
go.
You just readjust and just yoink her up.
Oh, Bronson.
My hero.
Thank you. Thank you.
What?
I don't know what I would do if you weren't around.
Did Sundry just set this up to get help pulled up by Bronson and get close to him?
You'll never know.
The deadpan look says yes.
Is Sundry aware that Bronson has a dead wife? The answer is yes. Kind of, I think.
That means you're available.
Yep, very available.
She is dead.
On this note, Sundry, what were you doing on Edge?
Well,
I pushed her on accident.
oh boy. To the
Bronson
So you're
shows
not
up.
there.
Sorry,
what-
Griswold.
Griswold,
No,
what?
Griswold shows up. At that moment.
Did you really?
Well,
Griswold, what? That was a
Griswold,
bad
are you-
idea.
Did
it
you?
was an accident.
Hold
You were
on,
heavy.
Hold on. Are you holding it or did you put it away?
Oh, I put it in my sack.
Aw, okay.
Well, then mist is.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry, hold on.
Well, then mist is coming from your side.
Cool.
Yeah,
Actually, no, you don't need to. Never mind.
we're back. Do you guys all have a passive perception above 10?
Yeah, passive perception starts at 10.
Above
Or
10.
starts
Yes,
at
yes,
yeah,
it is
because
not.
it's
It is not above 10.
8 plus proficiency. So unless you have a minus to your wisdom, you have a passive perception above 10.
No, it's just 10 plus your bonus is passive perception.
Yeah, because mine's a
Oh.
12.
Okay. Well, then I'm at
Mine is a
15.
10.
Anyone who's at, well, yeah, fine. As long as you don't have a penalty, you notice as Griswold shows up and laughs and is answering questions, there's a light mist coming off of his bag.
It's a somewhat porous bag, so
What?
it's kind of just coming out
Yeah,
of
it's
it
coming like
all
out of it.
directions.
Hey, Griswold, what's in your bag? Let's go back to our
Yeah,
room.
what's in the bag, man?
What's in your bag?
I start guiding us back to the rooms. What's making that mist in your bag?
Oh, this.
I pull out a shell that is emitting mist,
I don't know what it is yet.
and then I cast, or I say,
Gotta wait 10 minutes.
and then I cast Identify ritually.
Did a miner give that to you?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Let's
How'd
go
you know?
back to our rooms. You called upon their name when.
Oh, that was in my
before-
head.
Oh, that was in your head?
Yeah.
I thought you had verbalized. I'll stay here because it's a minor inconvenience.
No.
Okay.
All in my head.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, let's go back to rooms. That's a good idea.
I don't know if Anai would have
So Bronson.
asked that was from minor then. Should have asked where you got it from then.
Oh, for minor.
Let's go back to our rooms now, please. And she swiftly ushers like a fucking teacher everyone back into the common room.
Sundry?
I think Bronson's still stuck on, what were you doing over to the edge?
You okay?
We'll talk about it in the room. We'll talk about it in the room. It ushers everyone back in.
You get back to the room.
Which room?
Well, you see,
Our common room.
Okay.
Our shared common room.
now that I know it was an accident, Madame Sundry kind of like feels her midsection and kind of frowns. I asked Griswold to hoist me in a certain way, very similar to these, these romance scrolls that I read not too long ago. It was a scene just like the balcony, and I think Griswold accidentally
Sundry's so great.
Yep.
dropped me instead of held me.
Yep, that's what happened.
And then he tried to lift me. He tried to lift me up right away, but he just isn't. He's Griswold. He isn't strong enough, so we had to go find you, Bronson.
So, to clarify,
And now we're here.
you stepped over the ledge of building 40 feet up because you thought it looked pretty.
I knew it looked pretty.
Might I remind you, Sundry, that we're back in a city and in an actual civilization. So, if what you're looking for is the good hoisting, there may be some establishments around here that Can't help you with that. I'm not sure Griswold is the best for the job.
And why were you hustling back
Madam
to the room?
Sundry turns absolutely red.
I couldn't quite hear what you asked there, Josh.
Why was Anai
Absolutely.
hustling back to the room?
Anai, because things involving Minor were brought up, and I don't think she mentioned that part of the story, nor did she mention like, because it is still a very quiet secret, she's trying to keep a tighter lid on things.
Gotcha. Okay.
She doesn't want to have a conversation about who Minor is or why Minor just showed up and gave a gift to gave something to a party member in the middle of a hallway.
Okay. I believe that everyone should now make a perception roll.
God damn it.
Coming at you. Hey, there it is. I'm still flustered from Rory.
Hey, there we go. Another nat 1. That
assume I
puts us
don't
up
need
to
All right.
18 nat 1s.
So,
Or 19
Rorik,
nat 1s.
you finally look up from your journal, and you notice that no one has hope.
Ah, shit.
I assume we're heading back towards.
Oh, you're in the room.
What did you do with it, Zeva? What did you do with the god? What did you do with it?
So Rorik starts looking around. He gets distracted by the cat in the room. Does anyone else want to do something?
Yeah,
Bronson?
go check my room for Hope now.
Hope's not there.
Oh, Sundry, I am perfectly capable, I'll have you know.
So, I know that we just established that this is a bad thing to do, but you hear shouting from the room, Griswold?
Yep.
So, did I hear anything or did I notice anything? Because I was in a common room. Like, I didn't go with them back and forth.
Right, so Bronson had his side room,
Mm-hmm.
and you heard Griswold talking to himself, which is a very normal thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Then Griswold left. And you just kept journaling. And now that everyone's back in the room, you notice that someone is missing.
Cool. Okay. Griswold, what did you do?
Me? I got a thing. In exchange for something.
What thing?
What?
Bronson is coming out of the room, storming towards Griswold.
I assume hand and weapon.
Does he look violent?
Weapon is not drawn.
Okay.
Because Bronson is self-aware enough to know that drawing a weapon in the middle of a Capitol building is really bad.
You're in a private room. Door is closed.
Wait, so we all have separate rooms. But
This is like an apartment. So there is a common room, and there are rooms off the common room. Anai has her personal room, which is, I believe you said, the smallest of them, right?
Smallest, most Spartan.
Yeah. And then there were other rooms. One of them was Bronson's that he had taken.
It's very much in the line of, this is a spot for traveling embassies to come visit and have their whole routine, have all of their advisors within the nearby area, so you can then come and congregate and meet and have a space, not have a, like, oh, I've got to hike across the castle to find the people I travel here with. You're all in the same space to, like, be able to meet and plan.
I still don't think his weapon is drawn, but he's definitely angry.
Are you
He's
raging?
angry!
Where's Hope?
Hope?
Who's that?
Be right here in a minute. And I hold out my hands, awaiting Hope to arrive in my arms as promised.
Nothing happens.
I said a minute.
Bronson's hand drifts towards the sword and says, "You better give a clearer answer because I'm trying very hard not to kill you right now."
What happened, Griswold?
What happened to who?
What
what?
did you agree to do?
Huh?
What did you agree to do?
Oh, me? I agreed to get a thing. And look the other way. Didn't seem to look
Griswold?
enough.
That was to pin Griswold against a wall.
Ow!
Griswold, roll opposed. Technically, it's an attack roll, but that's fine.
Fuck.
Griswold actually stands his ground.
I'm gonna
Those
assist with
quads.
that.
Can I cast a spell then?
Assist with
Initiative.
With Bronson. Okay. I don't want to go into initiative. It's not worth going into initiative. But yeah, Anaya is very not happy.
I promise it'll be fine. Hope it'll be fine.
If it's not Griswold, I expect your entire collection.
Absolutely.
Can I take a quick look around the room
includes
and
Orson.
see if I can?
You want to listen?
And Kendrick.
Both of them?
Entire collection, Griswold.
Oh, shit.
if Hope does not appear in the next 5 minutes,
Okay, what do I get if I'm right?
you get to live.
No.
You can't make bargains like this. This is bullshit.
Whatever the criteria is, inconvenience will wait an extra 10 seconds.
Maybe if you didn't
It's not back
make
in 5
Hope
minutes, it'll come back
disappear,
in 5 minutes
the
and 10
moment I
seconds.
left you alone, I wouldn't have to make
What
deals
if
like this.
they get like there's war at that point?
If they're actively killing each other, isn't that really inconvenient if it then just shows up in the middle?
Oh yeah,
No.
Exactly, that's the joke.
Okay, yeah,
I want to leave.
No.
Josh, can I look for clues?
Sure.
I want to
I know
steal
I'm not
together.
going to find anything, but that's what I would do. Let's split up and look for clues. So perception or survival?
Whichever you want, because the answer is wonderful. Great.
Nice. Good roll.
Here's your clue. You look underneath a shelf and then stand up too fast and hit your head on it. You walk around the corner and bump your hip into a table.
So again, hold on. I need to set the scene again, where Bronson, Griswold, and I are kind of like arguing about what happened to Hope, and then Rorik's in the background looking for clues and just stumbling and just running into things and just knocking over a vase and just
Yeah, an almost
tripping.
identical scene to the last time this happened, and he was trying to get a flute out of a tree.
Out of the tree.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I guess you guys know where Hope is.
No, this is all while we're having the conversation, and we're threatening to take your entire collection.
Rorik swearing, and I'm like, that's what I say.
What did you say?
I said, I guess you guys know where Hope is.
Where, Griswold? Where?
I don't know.
Bronson, weren't you making an ultimatum? I'd like to get back to that.
Oh, I was saying that if Hope doesn't show up the next 5 minutes, I'm going to make sure that your two friends get a proper burial. And you, too.
In my head, I say to Minor,
Hey, Minor, I know it's a minor inconvenience, but I'm going to need Hope back in the next 5 minutes.
You receive the sound of a raspberry.
Sounds about right. Okay.
So
Do I
you
get
guys
anything?
do you just stand there fuming for 5 minutes?
Yes.
Great. You stand there fuming for 5 minutes.
As these 5 minutes begin to pass, Madame Sundry says, "Hey, Griswold, why does Minor have Hope? Because you traded the thing?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know.
Said he needed Hope for something.
Okay. And do you know how he came to possess Hope for this need of his?
He showed up in the room, and then he grabbed Hope and disappeared.
Okay. So what sort of merit are we going off of where hope is going to appear back in your hands within these 5 minutes?
Oh, minor promised.
Okay. Fuck.
So, 5 minutes go by, and hope does not return.
Oh, shit.
Bronson.
Sword gets drawn.
I'm gonna cast Crown of Madness on you.
Oh shit.
What is it? It's a wisdom save, right?
Oh wait, we should probably be waiting for AJ for this.
Also, should we do initiative?
Yeah, let's all
Yeah.
roll initiative, and we'll throw an eye in there.
All right, I gotta take a leak too, so I'm gonna hit my initiative and just be right back.
Minor, this is not a minor inconvenience. This is a major inconvenience.
I didn't hit my character. My bad.
It's fine.
I don't know where my character is.
You're the one you're in the Citadel. You're the only one actually on the screen. No one else is here.
Wait,
It's okay, I'll just keep track of it.
three?
It won't take forever.
Okay, good.
5, a 13, a 10.
Major inconvenience. Major.
Hold on, we gotta wait. We need some. Turn it over to someone else for sponsors. I gotta mute real quick.
I mean, major inconvenience sounds hot.
So
that might
Einstein Bagels. Their bagels are all right for a place in Mississippi, and their coffee mugs are pretty decent.
That was.
Yeah, as far as major bagel chains go, it's really not too bad.
Which one is it?
Einstein's.
Y'all just talked over yourselves.
Yeah, but we all said the same thing. So it should have just.
So we have an eye back, and now Sundry's gone.
He's just peeing. It shouldn't take too long, unless he has urinary tract issues, in which case we should talk to him about that.
Nope.
Hey, Anai, would you like to roll initiative, please?
Or tell us about your urinary tract.
It's real bad.
Oh no!
I've got several kidney stones that are just like all lodged.
I
in
can't
there
tell if you're telling
like
the truth.
solid rock.
Okay, you're not. We're good. So, just so you're aware, Anai, Bronson threatened that after 5 minutes, if Hope wasn't back, he would kill Griswold. 5 minutes went by, and Hope was not back. We are now rolling initiative. Would you like to roll initiative?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll initiative.
Great.
Yes, pee after sex every time. This is your
time.
public health advisory.
All right, Anai. 5 minutes haven't gone by, and you see Bronson drawing his sword and Griswold starting to harness magics. What do you do?
I am going to actually delay my turn.
Okay. Rorik.
Griswold, tell us exactly what he said, word for word.
This is gonna take more than 6 seconds.
Okay.
Correct. So are you delaying until you have an answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Sundry? Yes! Who in the room has under 24 hit points?
Yep.
Who has the least hit points?
I got 27.
I have
I'm
14.
35. I'm fine.
That means that Griswold is the only one affected, and Griswold is now asleep.
And sleep.
There's no save on that, right? It's just out.
No, it's not safe.
Great.
Yeah.
Griswold, you're out. Thud.
Okay.
It's only
Rorik,
for-
you
it's
have
only
no means
for
of getting an answer
a
now.
minute, though.
At this point, I will definitely step in and like try to calm Bronson down for a moment, and at least not kill him in cold blood.
Make a persuasion check. That wasn't good.
It was above 10.
Yeah, that doesn't really help with Blood Feud. Bronson, it's your turn. You are welcome to take the 12 into consideration, but you're welcome to do whatever you want.
The 12 is Bronson puts the sword with the tip on Griswold's neck. So he's not really like he's holding it, but he's not putting pressure. But if Griswold moves at all, it will cut into him.
Great. And just after that, Hope's hand lifts your sword off of Griswold's neck.
Oh boy.
And then waves.
Does Hope look different at all?
Major inconvenience.
You're asleep.
Major inconvenience.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, in his sleep. You can make a religion roll, I guess?
Griswold sounds completely different when he's talking in his sleep, by the way.
Does he sound like a
Jeez,
normal person?
I'm rolling for shit
Sounds
tonight.
like a normal person.
Is this just Bronson or everyone else in the room?
Anyone who wants to see if Hope looks different. Hope then shakes Griswold awake.
Well, it's doing more than it normally does.
How do we look? Is it
Take the collection. Take them.
Hey, that's a nat 20.
Religion? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is the
Can I roll to do or no?
Yeah, sure.
30-second nat 20 of our game.
Sweet. That's awesome.
We're
Over
at
9
32
sessions.
nat 20s to 19 nat 1s.
Nice.
Woo! That's a 33 nat 20s for 19 nat 1s.
So
This is the,
Rorik
like,
and Griswold,
most successful campaign ever.
you two see that Hope appears essentially the same. It seems as though there's more confidence. Its power level did not necessarily increase, but it was made aware of things potentially, is what it feels like.
Okay.
Yeah, you also notice it has a little like sticky note on it that says Love Minor.
Before everyone gets all happy that Hope is back, as Griswold,
I told you. 5 minutes, 1 second. What do you expect? It's fucking minor.
It'll be a minor inconvenience for you to lose your collection.
What? No!
Bronson puts the sword back. I just want to, preface that he puts the sword back and says, if you ever do something like that again without talking to the rest of us, there will be no 5-minute warning.
Oh, I was right. I don't to take my collection. Just the time was different.
I don't give a shit
This is
about
my
your
time when I agreed to that.
We'll call it a draw.
Later. Thank you very much. Don't try to steal my shit.
Madame Sundry goes over and kneels down and kind of like fingers on cheeks, parting the hair. I don't know if he has hair.
It doesn't, but I like that you're doing it anyway.
Yeah. Looking around, I check the diaper. Like, is Hope good?
It has none of these things, but I do appreciate it. Yes, Hope
How
seems good.
would it not?
It's a being of pure energy.
I picture it in a onesie.
Zuba, you
Phenomenal
watched
cosmic power, itty bitty
One
clothing.
that's a tourist, one saying, I love the Citadel.
Yeah, haven't you read the book, Josh? Everybody poops.
Yeah.
Everybody poops.
Okay, so that happens. I just want to clarify, did Griswold hear everything Bronson said? Because I want to make sure he understands. If he does this again, there's not going to be a warning.
Leave, Zuba. Leave.
It doesn't mean he'll listen, but he heard.
Okay, that's fine.
So Hope looks all right.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of put
and
it
I
back
walk
on.
over and locks the door as we continue the rest of our conversation.
Good choice.
Okay, I have a thing I need to do. I'm gonna be busy for like 10 minutes.
We're gonna sit and talk first, Griswold. You can identify that later.
Are you sure? That's really gonna hurt me on the inside.
I'm sure.
Okay.
We need to talk about what we do now. I'm sure there are plenty of things for us to do here in the city, in the Citadel, but it seems that there also are some leads, possible leads outside of the Citadel, both to the north and to the south. Where do we want to go next? Do we want to stay here a couple days, see what hope we can bring to this small town, to the city here before we leave, or are we looking to travel on immediately as soon as possible?
It might be beneficial to resupply, get some information, then go after a day or two. No need to rush.
Agreed. No longer than a week.
Yeah, agreed.
4 days.
In a week's time, the hounds could already be here.
Very true. We have little means to track their position.
Well, that's not true.
Well, we have a means, but we have no enemy currently.
That we know of. It's a big city.
Look, I'm saying I'm not going to go look for a fight, but if a fight comes to me, we can make a call. I guess make a call is not the right word. Fuck. Send a message. We can send a message.
I was thinking like a judgment call.
Yeah, but is that something that came from phone calls? I don't think so. I think that's
Yeah. We can make the call. I think making the call versus make a call is two very different. Like, AJ was speaking as if like we'll make the call when we can type of thing. We'll pick up our phones and we'll make a call when we can. But
I think those are two conflated things. I think they came from different origins. I don't think making the call or calling the shot.
You still would call
comes from
upon
phone.
someone.
No, but
yeah,
because in baseball, like the umpire the umpire makes all the calls.
Right.
Yeah.
He called it a foul ball. He called it a strike.
Right, but then you also have like before cell phones.
Yeah,
people
call
would,
upon someone.
Guys, I think
and I
we're
would phrase
getting
it
a little bit too stuck on this.
No,
I
enjoy
disagree.
getting stuck on this thing.
Excuse me. A
We
big
get
part of
stuck on the
Dungeons and
most
Dragons is
be
discussing the
pedantic and
appropriate
pedantic,
etymology
and you
for
were
the
gonna
time.
like it.
Yeah. So we can call upon merit. I'm not going to go look for an enemy, but if we find one, we can call upon merit at that time. But until then, we have no information. We have very little information as to when the hounds might actually arrive.
You just playing with a knife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we ready for the Kirkin? Or Purple Haze?
I feel like we came all the way up here. Sure, we accomplished our main goal, but we can do more while we're here before we keep going.
Oh, yeah, I meant after.
Oh.
We also have, just so you're all aware, like, you have to go to every city. Not city, but like every leadership position, every capital.
Or the bastions, capitals.
No.
No.
That's all within the Empire.
It's all part of the Empire. So you have the old Empire is complete. You have done this quest for the old Empire. You have shown the leader of the old Empire hope. Now you have to show that to the elves, to the wood elves, to the northern raiders, to the mud folk, to everybody.
Yeah, and one of these days we'll get some gold for achieving these quests, right? Or
I'll
some
give you
sort of
gold,
achievement,
okay?
or magic items, or
I gave you so many magic items. Shut up on the magic items.
We have a lot of magic items.
That's true. We do have a lot of magic items.
You
We didn't
have an
even do
incredibly
anything for
overpowered
them.
bow.
Yeah, that bow's
Yeah, that's true. We didn't even do anything for it. We just promised.
Yeah, you made a promise, and that's it.
Wow.
And the only one who I know will keep the promise is Anai.
Excuse you.
Who did not
Boy,
was not part of
Excuse
the
you.
conversation about the bow, probably.
That
You will all probably keep the promise. Anai will keep the promise. They are different.
Or we'll die trying.
Correct.
a promise about carrying someone's essentially headstone of their dead wife.
If you say miraculously found your daughter and she said run away with me and never return to the world, would you do that or would you go and do the headstone thing?
That is an important question that may or may not come up later in this campaign.
Who knows? She's probably
We might have to take care of her
Oh,
to clean
Anyway.
up the decisions.
back to the discussion of what we're going to do next.
Wait, Anai, that was so horrible.
I was just saying that we were gonna like be a family and raise her well.
Yeah, that's why you drew the knife so you could cut the meat,
Yeah.
right?
Take care of has multiple connotations.
Yeah.
All right, back to character talk. It's like I get to watch TV.
I forget, what was the thing that happened up north? What was the...
The things were appearing,
Yeah, there's a valley where just things were showing up.
and then we have the Kirkin up there as well.
Right,
But
well,
they seemed quite strong.
yes.
They're also without their war priest.
I'm sorry, do you have a war piece? Because I don't. They don't. It's all the same.
If we feel confident enough to go north, and we have several reasons to go north, I don't see why not, but I don't know. I don't know what is up there, how strong of a fight it is.
So
That guy was pretty strong that we fought. I mean, you would have an idea of how many hit points he had.
it took
It
It
took
was
a
a-
lot.
it took a lot, and that
And
was
he-
a single one.
Yeah. No, wait, was I there? I showed up afterwards.
You shot,
Well,
one,
you
of
showed
them,
up
you
again.
shot one of them with a bunch of arrows and they didn't go down.
Oh no, yeah, everyone was there for the fight.
You weren't
we were
there.
all-
No, y'all
Dude.
killed one with just the three of you, and then the other two got scared off by the
right.
rest of you.
Yeah, I never actually saw us fight one to the death, but yeah, I did
And
shoot
we-
it a couple times.
We would have told you that.
Yeah.
We did some powerful shit, and they were.
I will say in regards to the hounds, by going to the south, to the southern bastion, we might miss them, and they'll be on a more roundabout tracking. Like, if we get to the southern bastion as they pass it and go up to Tikva and start tracking along there, it's really dependent on how quickly we expect them to move. As for going to the north, that'll put us directly into the path where somebody can be like, oh yeah, they want to cross the river, or they're on the other side of the lake, like much closer. Which
Yeah, you can obfuscate where you've been and when you've been there.
Let me go get my notes.
cool.
That's a good sign. Nice roll.
Thanks.
Like if we went to the central bastion and we already been to the Gemini bastion, do they know which one we were at first, or were they just looking for us? Right.
Right.
The other way.
Good point.
Right. So last we know, they had information that we were in Tikva, but received no further information as to where we went from there.
Correct.
They're
First of
probably
all,
headed north, or I guess west. Might assume the northern bastion, but who knows? The Gemini bastion. What's up, Sundry?
Madame Sundry turns to Griswold. She says, Griswold, this isn't about pointing fingers or anything right now, but how did you communicate with Minor? Was he in your head? Did he
Yep.
he was in your head?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think Minor, I mean, he sucks, but well, Minor and Convenient, they suck. But I don't think he's
Oh, but he's cool.
necessarily evil or malicious, but if he is able to, communicate with you, I don't see what's stopping him from causing people who might be pursuing us minor inconveniences. And if they found out what he knows, which is maybe that we're here, that could be more than a minor inconvenience.
So it wouldn't happen.
No, you don't. You don't think so? How would it not?
That would be a major inconvenience.
Is he still around?
I don't
She,
know.
them, it.
Minor?
I say in my head.
What?
Can you come here?
What? No. Busy.
He's busy.
Wait. You can just chat like that?
I don't know, I guess. I tried. It worked.
I try it.
Make a religion roll.
Minor, can you read me? Over.
Maybe.
Thanks for bringing hope back. That was scary for a minute there.
Your nose is bleeding.
Ah, crap.
Madame Sundry's nose starts bleeding. After she sits there like this for a while, her nose just starts to bleed.
not because I fourth walled?
No, not because of the fourth wall.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Well-
Bronson finally speaks up and says, "You know where I'm heading."
Anaya, would you like an answer?
Anaya says you're going with hope.
No, would you like an answer to your question from earlier?
Do you want to just type it out, or is it too much to type out?
You could just like message us after.
No,
Yeah.
I'm starting. Keep going.
Cool.
Don't get distracted. Oh, great one. God is
I'm listening. Go.
I understand you want to travel north, Bronson. I am not going to discourage that. But I think we need to move together and plan our next moves strategically.
Oh,
He was supposedly dead.
I appreciate the sentiment tonight, but I need to go where my tribe is. You asked me to come to the Citadel with you, and I did.
I like living. Kirkin does not sound fun.
He's not wrong.
I understand. And that's why I'm asking the group. Because if that is the direction you go, we will go with you. But we need to be thoughtful. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep.
I did not catch what Griswold said.
We will.
Yep.
And I just looks Griswold dead in the eye and is like,
Right.
we will.
Yep. Amazing.
Look, you need to go where Hope needs to go. I'm not telling you to come north. I'm only telling you that's where I'm going. And
And I'm telling you, Bronson, that you bear hope. And so where you go, we go. But vice versa.
God, it's this again, and I think Bronson's going to be quiet for a minute and see how Rurik and Sundry respond.
No one has given a direction. All Anai has pointed was these are the thoughts that Anai has had on our thoughts of going north versus south.
Oh,
Not like-
Griswold said he wanted to go Purple Haze.
so Griswold wants to go to the Purple Haze. Got it.
And Rorik said that if there's that North has more stuff that we need to do. We have 2 quests north, 1 quest south. But that it sounds scary.
For sure scary.
Not the scary guys. I don't know about that. Well, I think we have a couple days to figure it out. Do we have anything that we need to do while we're here?
I need to see to the councilwoman.
Yeah.
Winona Calgary. Lord. I've been carrying that gold, so
I am definitely going with because I want the reward.
yeah.
I need to see. What's his name again? Aloro?
Alar?
Alar. I need to see Alar. He probably, if I can convince him to talk and help, he probably has useful information about the North.
Sundry, any tasks?
I wanted to see if there's any physical equipment we could gather to help us on our journey. I don't know if it's something that we could use for our mounts or just for the path ahead. And then maybe there's someone in town who could give us some wisdom of what to expect. Maybe things we can add to the map. So I was going to seek, I don't really know where I'm going to go, who I'm going to talk to, but I wanted to seek some equipment and then also some information while I'm here.
Well, in order to do that, you would have to know where you're going next.
That's true.
Definitely spin up the rumor mill. You find out what you can on both directions. And we can make a decision from there.
That's because Miner was already listening.
Oh,
Yeah.
There are lots of refugees entering the Citadel, right?
Not really. The Citadel is mostly sectioned off from refugees at this point. The refugees are being diverted to the rest of the Empire.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind.
So as we probably came in, we passed several refugee camps and whatever.
Yes.
Gotcha. So it wouldn't be... Okay, my thought being that we could get more information or up-to-date information from people that are just coming in. But if they're out of the city a ways, then that's not worth...
I mean, they still might be coming to the city to then be diverted away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially coming from, like, north, coming from, like, these away, like, the other side of the lakes versus coming in. So they're probably, like, taking paths like that,
Mm-hmm.
in and out or whatever. So there still might be refugees coming in from, like, the northern kingdom of Nen. But they might have some information.
Okay, so we have talked to Alar, return gold to Councilwoman. I forget what Rourke said he wants to do.
Help out at refugee camps and try to gather some up-to-date information. If that's something we can do. Or I can go do it myself. If we want to split the party 6 ways, 5 ways.
Split the party, split the party.
Yeah.
Split
We
the
should definitely
party,
leave Griswold
split the
alone again.
party.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. With hope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. No. Okay, so we have figured out what we want to do for the next couple days.
Well,
I guess next the discussion is how many days?
4 sounds like a good ballpark.
okay.
Yeah, Bronson will agree to say he'll wait the 4 days for the rest of you to decide what you want to do and see if you're going to travel north with him or south to the Purple Haze. I want to emphasize, this is not Bronson giving an ultimatum of you need to come to the north. This is Bronson saying, I need to go north. I will wait to see if the rest of you want to come.
We'll have that discussion after the game because there's no need to have that discussion on camera.
Yeah. Okay, let's go give some gold to that woman. Right, that was the one that was in the building, right?
Yeah.
As a group of 5?
I guess we don't need to do that.
5 strangers going to walk up to a woman and say, "Your dad gave us money."
Here you go.
You will not go without me.
I am not a stranger.
I'll go. I like doing this stuff. I'm great with strangers.
Especially since Anai is carrying the money. Before we leave, Anai draws up a couple rudimentary maps of the Citadel and hands them off to everyone in the party of, to be able to navigate back to the rooms in the tower. Very, very basic of this is where the shitters are, the kitchens, like to go to get food and whatever. Very basic maps, especially, or at least for Bronson, Griswold, and Rorik. I imagine Sundry has enough navigation, been here enough to navigate as well.
Cool.
Just so that way, if you all get lost, you all can find your way back.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I don't need to go. Who's going to see? It's Anai, definitely Sundry. Bronson, are you going?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go wander the streets or something.
Oh boy.
Cool.
I don't spend much time in the city, so I want to go check it out.
Cool.
And probably get mugged.
I do make sure
Josh.
I trade something from Griswold for his map, though.
Say again?
Yeah.
I'm trading something from Griswold for the map.
Oh, good.
Whatever nonsense he wants to trade.
Would you like one perfect skipping rock?
Very tempting.
It's a tempting offer.
Would you like a button?
Is it an easy button?
I'll take the skipping rock.
That was easy.
All right. So we'll do this nice and quick. The 4 of you managed to find your way through the Citadel, or the building, and you find the council room as it is being dispersed. Although none of you know this person.
Wait.
So now what?
Do we know who the person is?
Does it seem like the meeting is adjourned?
Yes.
Cool.
And we just know the name. We don't know the face.
I asked one of the guards nearby. I say we're looking for Councilwoman Winona. Can you point us in her direction, please?
They point you in the correct direction.
Cool.
Okay, Madam Sundry. She steps in front of everyone and says, "Guys, I got this." Madam Sundry adjusts her headscarf, and now she is entering babushka mode. So she wears it like this. Madam Sundry kind of like shakily walks and then proceeds to accidentally bump into our quarry.
Literally, all we need to do is give this woman money.
I know. How old is this person?
Mid-20s.
Mid-20s? Perfect. Oh, sorry, dearie. Sorry. I didn't mean to bump into you there. Getting a little tricky to see, you know.
Oh, don't worry about it. She keeps walking.
Wait, sweetheart, hold on just a moment.
I'm really quite busy.
Councilwoman Killard?
She pulls a knife and twirls around.
Ah!
We're not here to fight you.
I put a hand on Griswold's shoulder and just pull him back slightly.
Not what I was expecting.
She puts the knife away. I'm sorry. You should know better than to yell people's names.
Oh, I should?
He does not have an inside voice.
No, I assume he doesn't have one inside his head either.
You're wrong.
Yeah, Naya gives a look of there. No, it's too many voices on the inside of his head.
I meant conscious. Don't worry about it. What? What do you want?
Well, dearie, we've heard some things.
You're with
we
them?
Wait, what do you think them is?
No, you realize that this is a really obvious grift.
Okay, so Madame Sundry just cast message at Griswold, and she said, "Dude, you totally blew it. I was gonna do something sweet. It really was."
This is an obvious grift. I
And
can
then,
have you arrested
Sundry,
right
Sundry
now.
takes off the scarf from going babushkamo, and she goes, "All right, it's the backwards grift." Sundry takes a few steps backwards. Look, we're not here to take anything. We actually do have something for you. And I?
Yes.
Sundry, in your head, you hear, "Oh, my apologies. I really meant nothing by it. I was just trying to get her attention."
I'll let you in on the plan next time.
Specifically, you hear it in that voice.
Correct.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Councilman, we've traveled from Tikva, and there we met your father, Ikva.
Is he all right?
I can't.
Nope.
No.
He was alive when we left, correct?
Point.
Yes, he was. You stabilized him.
Yes, it would be best if Bronson takes over at this point. And at that case, he says, it would be best if we spoke for a little bit.
Spoke in private.
I've learned enough living in this city that I will not be going into a room with 3 strange men.
Can we speak with you at the guard?
Two strange women, 2 strange men, 2 strange women.
All right, sorry. 2 strange women, 2 strange men.
4
that's
strange
enough.
people.
Well, I mean, she's not actually scared of Sundry. She's just confused.
Cool.
With 3 strangers is fine.
When we left, he had been injured, but was on his path to recovery. And he asked for us to deliver this to you. And I hand her a pouch of 90 gold.
For reward.
There was no mention of.
There was
There was
100 initially. I left 10 so he could travel to the Citadel upon his recovery. And then Anaya reaches into her actual purse, and counts out 10 gold and hands it to her as well.
This is my father's savings.
He wasn't sure how you were faring here in the city, in the Citadel, and was hoping, was concerned that you were in dire straits.
So was he.
Ironically, he was hoping. But there's no reason to hope at this point. I am locked in council meeting after council meeting trying to fight back against the constant war, but there are too many dissenters, too many people who believe they should protect their own people. What are you doing?
Hitting Bronson.
Very obviously.
Why are you hitting Bronson?
Because he's carrying.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. At this point, it's just an uphill battle. Those in power have been.
Uphill battle. It led to me leaving 3 years ago.
Yes.
Bronson grabs your arm.
Well, I'm in the process. You see, they've.
Does she recognize Anaya at all?
No, she came here after you.
Cool. I had a very similar challenge with the generals a couple years back, which led to
Did they start constricting your resources to the point where you can no longer receive your pay for months at a time? So the rent on your building starts to go into default?
They threw me in prison, so yeah, about the same.
Okay. Well, I'm glad they had to do that to everyone. Thank you for
Their
this.
asses like that.
What?
Their asses like that.
Well, hopefully this will be enough.
She straight up just says it about...
Hopefully this will be...
Hope is dead.
What?
You said hopefully, but you said hope is gone. A little confusing. You're not making sense.
It will be okay.
It's an old habit.
Maybe it could be a new one.
Maybe it helps you find a little hope again. And with that, Anai turns and starts walking again, like walking away.
How about the reward?
She takes out her knife. This is all I have. Well, and the 100 gold.
Okay.
She hands you her knife.
Fuck yeah.
As we all walk away, Anai and Sundry, you hear Bronson muttering in Orcish. And Griswold, I know you can understand Orcish.
Yeah.
You recognize that he's saying a prayer of passage for her. Not the like rites of passage through death, but safe passage in life.
And just for the viewer at this point, is this the first time Bronson has said this sort of prayer in front of the group?
He has done prayers of passage of death.
Right.
This is the first time he's given someone a prayer for passage in life.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Is like, is this the first time you've done that with the group?
Yes.
Cool.
You've all still not rested, right?
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah. As the subtitles come up as you give this prayer, and like it's very different from the prayer you've given previously, and it's enlightening, and the audience knows that this is a very different passage.
So we'll cut to Rorik walking through the streets by himself in a strange new city.
Fuck yeah.
That's what you do when you're in a new place. You explore. Also, I thought Griswold wasn't going.
Oh, no, I was going. I needed that reward, my friend.
Yes, you strong-armed her last possession out of her.
Yep.
I'm surprised that the councilwoman doesn't have any possessions.
I mean, she was losing everything. Her position was not supported by her superiors, so she's being weaseled out.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a fun thing politics gets to do.
Yeah.
So she was being weaseled out because she didn't support the war efforts?
Correct.
Yep. Because she was a believer in peace. Which means Anai is going to like her.
So, Rorik, you're just kind of wandering. You have your choice of walking through wide, trafficked streets or narrow, shady streets.
Where is streetwise to know what a shady street is when you need it?
Well, Rorik is wisdom, so he might.
Yeah, I feel like when you're in a new place, you stick to the major intersections. I'm basically sightseeing, so if there's any cool-looking buildings or large markets or anything, I will trend towards those places.
Those things all exist. You can make a perception or investigation roll with disadvantage.
Cool.
Nothing spectacular happens to you.
Okay. Can I, while I'm wandering, look for a like a soup kitchen or something somewhere to volunteer at tomorrow?
Not on the major streets.
Okay.
That would definitely be on the side streets.
Okay. I will stop a random stranger in a square and ask if they know anywhere that might need my help.
He looks around and he says, "How much do you cost?"
Yum yum.
Yeah, you haven't been in a city. Like, it's better to ask. Like, I feel like it'd be better to ask, "Hey, where's the place that I can go get some soup?" I'm a refugee, just came to town. And like that'll guide you there, but you're just
Or
going
better to
there.
ask, say, "Hey, I wanted to volunteer at a soup kitchen. Where can I go?" Like, you don't have to be subtle about it.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going for, but I guess I should have said that exactly.
Yeah, so I like yours a
ask
lot
where-
better, though.
Yeah, it's definitely the naivety of
Yeah,
your
right.
Do you want to play out the how much do you cost speech, or do you want to just get directed to a soup kitchen?
I think I just look at him confused. I mean, I was planning on volunteering, so nothing. I mean, like at a soup kitchen or like a homeless shelter.
Oh,
What were you thinking?
a homeless shelter. So if you a couple
shakes
blocks
his-
that way,
Okay.
if you just make your way, it'll start getting a bit grimy. You know you're going the right way. The planks will change, so the road will get more pockety. On the left side, you'll see there's an open roofed building or an open awning building.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, he walks away, just like hands in his pockets, head down, just leaving.
I shrug. I don't know what he was asking for. That's weird. Okay. What time of day is it? Do I have time to go do that now?
Yeah, it's probably sundown. So
I
it'd
say
be,
as I look at my time in the real world, as if that makes a difference.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So yeah, you make your way down the alleys, and you get to the soup kitchen. And I'm actually going to change your disadvantage to advantage because you've left the main streets.
Cool.
So you're 21. You hear a couple things as you get to the soup kitchen. You volunteer to help with the dinner rush, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So you're just kind of helping out. There's muttering in the back. There's muttering with people. Lots of thanks. But one of the things you hear is, yeah, and I hear they're gonna get rid of one of the peace talkers. Yeah. That way we can finally get vengeance for Quan. And you hear one of them go, vengeance for Quan. And they go, shut up. That was it.
Is okay because Isaac have not been taking good notes.
Quan is one of the kingdoms that was a part of the empire.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
In fact, the general that you interacted with, who was mean to Anai, was the general from Quan.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's
That's
the
to the
southwest.
Okay. And they said they're going to get rid of one of the peace talkers from Quan. Wait, hold on. Let me actually take notes.
Yeah. I heard they're gonna get rid of one of the peace talkers so we can get vengeance for Quan.
Vengeance for Quan.
Vengeance for Quan. Okay, where did I put my notes? I know I had a thing.
I currently have 9 pages worth of notes right now.
Wow.
That's almost as much as I have. I'm kidding. I have many more.
They're not full pages, but I've got a lot of pages of notes. Over 1,000 words. I've got 1,110 words. I need to add one more word.
Not enough, Josh. Not enough. More, please. Please, more.
I mean, this is some good ASMR of page flipping.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh yeah, keep going.
Yeah, you're not enough yet. Can you show me some more?
Can we go back to the story now?
No.
This is the story.
We're ending off with this ASMR page turning.
Don't deny us our guilty pleasures.
Oh baby. Wow.
Oh, second notebook.
We're on volume 2.
Yummy.
More like volume about to spew.
Paper racer, though. It's
Yeah,
only one-sided.
Give me these pages. Ooh, daddy. Ooh.
That's what I have.
Is that
Okay, can we go back to the story now?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'll just keep an eye on them or see if they say anything else, but if that's all, I don't know. I think Isaac, I'm just missing. Like, if you were trying to get me to like follow these people, like if they're going to be directly responsible or if they were just expecting something to happen.
Would you like to make an insight roll on your DM?
Yes.
You can roll insight. It seems as though the intention is to make you aware of the fomenting rebellion within the Citadel.
Okay. Cool. Thanks,
Oh, there's a
Josh.
rebellion, not just removing a counselor.
It seems as though there is dissent. So that's what you pick up a couple different times, is there are individuals who are dissenting within the Citadel. And they seem to be amassing, is what you hear.
It's not so hot.
You can investigate further if you want, but that's what you gather, just passively.
Okay. No, I'll pass that along to Anai, and we'll figure it out tomorrow if it's something we want to look into more.
Okay. So is there anything else anyone is doing before bed?
What time is it?
It is
mean, like,
after sundown by the time everything is completed.
Oh, in game.
Oh, in the real world, it's 9:30.
Actually, it's 8:30.
Nope. You are in wrong time.
It's not how this
Fucking
works.
time zones.
Very American of you. Every other time zone is wrong.
All your time zones are compared to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Dude.
true.
It was always weird living close to the edge of the time zone. It gets super wonky and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, it'd be annoying, yeah.
I never had that problem. I'm a privileged New Yorker. Thank you very much.
You live on the other side of the time zone. Just nobody goes out to the fucking ocean.
It's true.
That's true.
We're gonna be here.
Yeah, I don't think
games, right?
Madame Sundry does anything specific before bed.
So you all make your way back to the...
I'll
What?
identify the dagger. That's the only thing I want to do. If
And
it's
the conch?
magical.
The dagger is
And the
non-magical.
What about the shell?
The shell, I already answered Griswold.
Yeah.
Cool.
So-
are you playing with the dagger when we all get back to the rooms?
Sure.
I'd offer to trade it to you from you in exchange for a wooden horse.
How big is the horse?
Little toy horse. Like,
Oh, I was
Okay,
gonna say
so-
it's 20 feet tall.
So what
It's got some
I'm hearing is
Trojans in it.
neither Hope nor Griswold can ride it. That's what I'm hearing.
yeah, no.
Unless one of us take the spell in large review.
Do I don't know if I have any other daggers, actually. I do not.
Hey, look, you actually got something useful.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, so you all, there are probably 4 rooms and then the communal room in this apartment. So you're welcome to sleep with or without one another. I assume
The doors lock.
the doors do lock.
Good. I lock my door with a hope.
I was gonna say Bronson, do you sleep? Okay, yeah.
What if you need protecting?
Then bash down the door.
Hey, Bronson, do you want me to set up a little kind of warding boundary around where you're sleeping? Maybe by your door or anything in case something fishy goes on?
Sure.
Okay.
Looking direct, making eye contact with Griswold.
Yes.
Okay, so I cast alarm, and I set it so it silently pings me in my head if things, go past the boundary, and I designate myself, Bronson, Hope, Rorik, and Anai as anything that will not trigger it, and then Madame Sundry goes to bed.
Well, such distrust.
To be fair, Griswold did literally just sell Hope for a shell.
Yep.
He did.
I did not sell Hope.
He
I
traded.
some of Hope's time for something, and I had a promise that they would be safe.
So the problem, Griswold, is that you did all of this without telling anyone else.
Yeah, because I'm chaotic neutral, bitch.
And when you're chaotic neutral, this is how the response is.
Okay.
So, is anyone in the main room, or is everyone? Well, actually, someone has to be in the main room.
Upon realizing there's
I'll
not enough
sleep on the
space,
couch.
and I would offer to swap and just kind of sleep in the main room.
Oh, that's okay. I'll go sundry.
Sundry, are you good with that? All right, cool.
Sure.
All right, I don't like how this is turning out.
Yeah, as long as there's no windows. As long as there's no windows, I'm fine
There's
with
no windows.
it. Windows are high edges I can be pushed off of.
Do any of you feel the need to post watch, or does everyone sleep simultaneously?
I would talk to Anai that night about what I had experienced, what I had overheard.
Oh,
If that's okay, unless you want to talk in the morning. It
That's
doesn't.
fine.
It's 9:30. I don't know how late you want to go.
I would like you to sleep, wake up, I will say something, and then we will end.
Cool.
I have a very important question. Did the guards ever arrive that
Yes.
Sestrus? Okay. In that case, I would have no need to. I don't feel like there's a need for us to post watch. But I do introduce myself to the guards and introduce the party to the guards.
They nod. You recognize them. You can't necessarily recall their names, but you know they've worked with Sestrus for years. They've never had a bad look at you, but they've also never really talked to you.
Yeah. I imagine Sestrus and all of her companions have very similar feelings towards me.
Yes. Okay, so you all sleep. You sleep soundly. There feels as though you are all covered, regardless of what you are physically wearing. But you are covered. I don't like that answer on that question. But you're covered with this warm. I don't like that question.
Why?
Because it means you don't want to be walked in on, and I don't like it.
Oh, I just don't want people to steal my shit, man.
Wait, actually, that's a game question I have real quick, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
There's no limit on the number of alarms you can set, right?
I don't think so.
I need to see the spell.
Coming at you, hang on.
It's not concentration.
Mm-hmm.
No, there isn't. As long as you have the spell slots.
Yeah. Well, it's you can do it ritually, I believe.
It is also a ritual.
I can ritual cast it. I'm going to cause shenanigans with it on another session. I don't think Sundry honestly would have said it unless Griswold made us think about it around our room. I just wanted to confirm with the DM that I can cause shenanigans in the future.
So you're covered in this
Ooh.
warm, glowy feeling as you're all drifting off into sleep. And it feels like hope embracing each of you. And you have this dream where there's just this warm, glowing feeling. And you feel just this power wafting and emanating over you. And in your dream, you feel something click. And you feel a deep awakening inside of you. And when you all awake the next morning, you feel refreshed, rejuvenated, and all have one level of cleric.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh?
And that is where we'll end our session.
Ooh.
Cool.
Wait, Josh, I'm gonna send you privately so the fans at home can see it. My important rolls.
All right. Yo.
Nice.
That wasn't private.
It was.
I hit the private button. I hit 2 GM button. Damn it. Anyways, friends at home. Now you can turn it on.
So that is where we're end. Thank everyone out there for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you follow us next time. Goodbye, everybody. I'm ending my stream and
Radical
ending my
Radical.
recording.
So,